Hey Dan, it's Tuesday, about 5:30. I'm gonna go swimming. Yeah, like that's any big surprise. In about an hour, outdoors. It is currently about 101 degrees here in Winona. Um, Sufficiently humid, and the wind's blowing 30 miles an hour, which is really funny. Um, but you know how it is. It's so stinking hot. You don't want to open. Um, don't spray over here by the camera, honey. You don't want to open the windows, and we don't have the AC running for obvious reasons. No, it's not obvious. It's not working. That's the obvious reason. Um, let's see. I watched your video last night. A couple times actually, yesterday and last night. And the garden, you're right, is beautiful. Sarah, very nice. But I don't think those are California poppies. I think those are opium poppies. So I have put a call into the local gendarmerie to come down and to deal with that because obviously that's an issue. Being head of IT and all. So, and what you were saying is that that all these plants, they just look like dead plants in the winter. That's because they are dead plants in the winter. I just thought you'd like to know that. So I understand that food cam was a little boring. All I can say in response is bumblebee cam, okay? And I didn't even get to see the bumblebee. That was the frustrating part. At least you got to see the bacon, all right? And what you missed is, there doesn't always have to be talking. Sometimes the aesthetic in and of itself is beautiful. That's all I'm saying. Mental space with soccer. No, Colleen, please don't.
Yeah.
It is not that you're lazy. Well, it might be that you're lazy, but not for that reason. Because I do the same thing with swimming. When I'm working out, especially when I'm really working out 6 days a week, I just simply don't have time for anything else. I go to work, I get my work stuff done, but if I want to really get creative and do creative things at work, I can't do those and swim because, well, I just can't do both. So, no, I understand what you mean. When you're focused on soccer, you're less effective at work. I wish that were the case back in high school when you were busy being a thespian, but I guess I have to take what I can get. But you're talking about, when you let up on soccer, you can let up on soccer and then go refocus on other things. And I've actually been asking myself that for quite a long time is, at what point do I let up on swimming? So if I'm swimming 30,000 yards a week, do I swim 15,000 for a while, just, knowing that's, a relatively easy pace? I don't know, I don't have an answer yet. Gypsy jazz, I did watch a guy playing some gypsy jazz, of course, with an accordion today on YouTube. And I thought that's what it was. I've heard it. I don't know if you saw the movie Chocolat with Juliette Binoche and why are you trying to know? No. And Johnny Depp. There's a scene in there because essentially Johnny Depp is a gypsy. And there's a scene in there where they're all on these houseboats playing a lot of that type of jazz. No, I think Carew should play that jazz, personally. I think he'd be great. You were talking about Bryn's friend Eleanor, who was coming over. And that you thought she was going to be there for the week. And then you finished by saying she came out on Friday, which I think is great. What I can't figure out is when she came out on Friday, is she like out of the closet, or did she come out of the cupboard under the stairs? Did she declare herself to be a lesbian, or what did she come out of? You weren't very clear, so I feel like I need to clarify this. So Eleanor, if you're watching this, please have Dan clarify this, because we in Minnesota are confused. Soccer. Yes, I have been following soccer. I did. I didn't watch the Spain-USA match, but I did check the halftime score, and I saw it at the end. I think 4-0 is pretty much what you would expect, right? Even if it was an unfriendly match and they were all playing their starters and they weren't experimenting, 4-0 would still be, frankly, kind of what I would expect. Now, here's my question for you, though. Is, I know you're writing on these blogs, but, and I mean this sincerely, what do you expect out of blogs except for loudmouth people who are trying to make a point and get attention? So I'm not sure that that's a good place for you to go if you actually want to have meaningful conversation and talk to, and have reasoned debate. I think you need to find one or two people who really know a lot about soccer and about U.S. soccer that you can talk with without having to be a public forum. It's a little bit like on the radio when they have a disaster and they go up and they interview some guy who was on the street who's willing to talk to them as if somehow he knows anything. So I think you were setting yourself up for disappointment by expecting intelligent conversation online on a blog. So that's my feeling about it. It'd be like Tolkien getting on a medieval literature blog and trying to discuss things with some guy in Kansas. It's just you're Tolkien, by the way, in this example, in case you're curious. So I think that you should find yourself a C.S. Lewis and have meaningful conversation about U.S. soccer. I'm sorry I'm not the C.S. Lewis to your Tolkien for soccer, but if you wanted to do it for swimming, I'm here for you. The CONCACAF and the stuff with FIFA, I have been following it somewhat, but honestly, it's just, FIFA falderall. I'm not sure what else to expect. It seems like anytime you have international governing bodies, they are always subject to that sort of corruption. Sarah's books. Keep writing, keep selling. Take us all to Wales with you. That's all I can say. On the subject of... I'm trying to figure out how much time I have left. I think I'm going to stop this video now, and I'm going to make another video right away. So, hold this thought.